Hey everyone, Nick Africano with Compass. Today I'm here with my friend and client, Kristen, and we're going to be going over her experiences home buying and home owning. Hey Kristen, thanks for joining me.
No problem.
So, first off, I want to start off, how was it like buying a home? What were you feeling?
Stressed. I think my first step in the process was calling you and asking 1,000 questions, and the most basic of questions, how do loans work? And yeah, you were extremely helpful, and so that really helped with the home buying process. But I think we went through a lot of ups and downs, seeing places that didn't fit my price range, but it was hard to find everything on my wish list with the price that I wanted, and we had a lot of ups and downs, but ultimately it obviously all worked out. I don't know.
Now, how did you know this was the one?
I mean, to be frank, I wouldn't say it was the one, but it was the place. We looked at a lot of places, as you know, and a lot of places we looked at had everything, like brand new renovated kitchens and bathrooms, and brand new floors. And we also looked at the complete opposite end of places that needed completely gutted. And for some reason, the places that were basically perfect, I really didn't resonate with me, the places that had it all. And I think that's just because I couldn't put in any of my personality into it. I couldn't do my own style. And so when we found this place, it had the perfect balance of potential and being livable and move-in ready. And so I wouldn't say it was like the one, but it was the perfect fit for what I was looking for.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're only going to be growing up with your properties and what you're doing. So if you were to give a piece of advice for someone who's on the fence about buying or is in the process but is feeling deflated from this entire thing, what piece of advice would you give?
Ooh, yeah. So looking for a home can be discouraging, especially depending on the market that you're working in. When we were looking, we were at like the height of the market, and everyone was grabbing up homes and overpaying, and they weren't doing home inspections because it was so crazy, and it was a lot of pressure. And I think especially if you're in a market like that, it's scary. So I think the best piece of advice is to take your time. Like, we took that pause, and I think that was really nice because it let me sit back and take a look at what my price range was, what I wanted from a home, why I wanted a home, what my long-term goal was. And I think that will change after every home that you see. Like, oh, do I actually want this? Is this more important than the other thing? So give yourself the time, I think. If you have the luxury to take the time to find the perfect place, don't rush into it, don't jump into it, and make sure and be honest with your agent. I think we had to have a lot of very honest conversations. Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite part about being a homeowner?
I would say my favorite part is planning and being able to do with it whatever I want. I feel like every day I kind of get my morning coffee and I look around the house, I'm like, I think I want this wall to be green, and I can do that, and I make that call. I really like having neighbors that have lived here for so long. I was used to apartment buildings where there was so much turnover, people came in and they left very quickly, and it's nice to have a community of people that were just looking out for each other and like being neighbors and like this area and the possibilities and the potentials of the home. And it's also very empowering to own a home. Not too long ago, my dishwasher, it didn't break, but it was acting up, and I just did some quick Google searching, and I was able to fix it myself, and little things like that. It's very empowering to be able to do those things and be handy and be proud of the space that you live in and know the work that you put into it. So.
It's not as scary as people might think it is. It's like, I have to take on everything. It's not like a landlord where they'll just come and fix it. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is some elbow grease that you got to get in and a lot of sweat equity, but everyone, if you haven't seen this place, it's incredible. She's turned it from an okay stage property to this beautiful mid-century, vibe, and it's a really nice, comfortable, inviting, but it's also chic, stylish, and it's not trendy, it's timeless. It is a timeless sense. So it's super cool.
Oh, I've always liked mid-century, and honestly, I was very nervous that it wouldn't look right with this property. So, a little bit about this place is that it was built in the 40s, renovated in the 70s, and so a lot of the way it was built was not built for a mid-century modern look, and it has the look of an older home in many ways, where there's hundreds of coats of paint from people that have been here for so long, and a lot of what that mid-century look is the very clean, sleek, minimalist look. And so I was actually a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to make my style work with the space.
Now, is there any area that you're particularly proud of that you did?
I'm most proud of the bathroom because I did the most physical labor on that. Completely new fixtures, removed a vanity and put in a new one. Put in I put in a light myself, the ones that are built into the wall like a sconce.
Oh yeah.
Almost electrocuted myself, but we got there. Like you said earlier, it can be very daunting and scary, but there's always a way to teach yourself, and there's always help available. People shouldn't let the scariness of having to do things themselves scare them, because you'll get there.
Oh, absolutely. No, I think what you've done here is incredible, and I think it's a great example of what people can do and look forward to. Kristen, thank you so much for trusting me to help you buy your first home. I know this process can be nerve-wracking and sometimes scary, but allowing me to help you through this process, you could always use just somebody else, but I really do appreciate you allowing me to help you. And as always, if you ever need anybody to help you with questions or home repairs, feel free to contact me, and I hope this place brings you many years of happiness.
Thank you for guiding me through this process and being so patient with me, and I think, this amazing home speaks to itself and how great of an agent you are. So thank you.
I'm Nick Africano with Compass. Let's get you home.